songs ever on the album, ever made, actually. Can you guys hear me? Everything's all good? We're having technical difficulties? Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. Yes. Yay! Okay, great. Awesome. Amazing. John?
I think it's me.
Oh, John's mic's not on.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Great.
Every time I walk into the studio, everything always goes wrong. That's why we work at your house or my house or a hotel room. So I think I've cursed the technical difficulties.
Yeah, you have bad blood.
You think so?
Yeah, you have like heavy metals or something. It's like affecting the electricity, maybe.
I'll get my blood work done.
I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm saying ridiculous stuff. Clementine was definitely one of those songs, I feel like, where you recorded that piano at home. No, you recorded it in my piano.
I think some of it would have been that, but I know I got this really old piano from Craigslist and then started on that. But I do remember that was one where it's like I'm playing you maybe the bed of the thing and you just kind of go, okay, yeah. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll leave for a sec. I just remember it was really late. It was like super late at night. We were really tired. We'd been working on something else and it like wasn't going the way we wanted it to. I think there's a couple songs that day. I wonder which one.
We were working on a few things, and then you played me that, and I was like, I love this. And you were like, really? And I was like, yeah, which always happens. Yeah. It's always the track where you're like, oh, I don't know, like, which I always take as a challenge. When someone's like, this isn't for you, I'm like, watch it be for me. Yeah. Watch how fast it becomes for me.
Well, I think being a deeply self-conscious person contributes to that. Yeah. Then also, like, knowing how there's very few people that I think could relate to that and do it the way you would. So I'm hesitant. I'm like, is she gonna like it? Is she not? But then you're right. That usually tends to be. It's like the weird ones resonate with the weirdos.
No, for sure. Yeah, and then I think I remember I like did the whole thing, and then I did it in the mic all the way through, right? And then
yeah, but the best part was recording the shout.
The inner child voice, because I remember trying to explain that to you and being like, okay, so then I just want like these like little BVs, and they're like my manic voice is like talking to like my other voice, and like and then I was like, let me just show you. And then I got the mic, I stood like a foot away from the mic, and I was like, I don't need anyone. And you were like, this is so hard. Like I remember your reaction in that moment. I was like, okay, cool, I'm not crazy. Like,
I get goosebumps every time I listen to the song, and it's not only because the song is so good, but it's because I remember that day, that feeling of first hearing it.
I think like that was the moment where I was like, okay, Manic is becoming like Manic. Like this album, 100%. That's why I put it out. Like I gave it like the special like pre-album release, because I was like, oh, this song is just like, this is going to be the one that makes people understand like what this album is about and like what it's supposed to feel like. It is also one of those records where to this day, like I listen to it and I'm like, I don't know how I dig that. You know, like there's some songs where you're like, oh yeah, like I wrote that, it was a song, it's like, it's cool, it's good. And there's sometimes some songs where you hear yourself do something just kind of left of center, and you're like, what was happening in my brain? Like I wish I could go back in my brain and be like, what made me be like, yeah, it's gonna be like, I don't need anyone, and be like, that's gonna work, like, you know?
Like your shit was moving, like I remember even when you're just describing to me the idea that you had in your brain, impossible for me to catch up, and even impossible for you to like articulate what was going on in your head.
Yeah, I'm sure I was like, it's gonna be like so many genres, and I'm just like just tripping all over.
Yeah, then eventually it's done, and then I'm like driving home, like speeding like a motherfucker because I'm just high off of this song.
Yeah, and then you would always rush home, and I'd get the bounce like immediately, which was so great too.
Yeah,
because then I'd spend all night thinking about it, and then like see you again the next day,
and then eventually you realize it would make more sense for you to like hold me hostage at your house until I sent it to you and then left. Yeah.
For sure. No, I definitely did that. Oh my god, and that room was so small, that studio.
I liked how small it was.
The little box.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like a little bit of claustrophobia is good sometimes.
And then the air conditioner.
What about the air conditioner?
How many vocals did we fuck up because the air conditioner was on? I know it's
you can hear that. What song is that?
929.
Yeah, you can hear that.
You can hear the air conditioner beep because you were shutting it off when I was mid-take. Yeah, with the remote. Oh my gosh.
Like we're really fitting ASMR into music in a big way.
I know. I know. The record too, like live. It's so like I guess I was thinking about.
I still never saw that show live, and I'm never gonna forgive myself.
Manic is the Urban Legends tour. It came, it went, it was iconic. I did though, however, when we were writing Love and Power, I did hold John hostage in a hotel room, and we drank like a bottle of wine, and I made him watch an 1.5 hour long YouTube video of someone filming the Manic show. And I just didn't realize at the time that like you didn't have the context that I had of like having known the show. And like I've gone back and like looked at some of those clips and like thought about doing that to you that night, and I was like, he was just watching Noise and Darkness, and I was like, isn't it sick, right? And you were like, I don't have the context for this.
It was. Your memory's failing. I was so down.
No, you were into it. You're being super polite for sure.
I watch fan videos of concerts all the time. I think they're sick.
Yeah,
they're way better than any like officially filmed concert.
I'm actually like lucky or unlucky. There's not a lot of like really great footage of my shows online, and I think the reason for that is a really good thing, which is like my fans are watching the show. They're not like, oh, I'm gonna like film the whole thing.
No, they're in
like,
the pit.
Yeah, no, for sure, which is super exciting. Like, there's definitely a lot of phones in the crowd. Like, I can't blame you guys for that, because like
it's a compliment too.
I low-key do it too at shows, you know what I mean? But like, it's cool because people. No, I have the chat now. I have the attention, everyone. I have the chat now. I just want to be clear that I have the chat now. Oh wow, there's a lot going on in here. Someone said they have their husband record for them. That's genius. You get to watch the show, your husband records it, then you get to watch it again when you get home.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, like built-in cameraman. It's amazing. I love it. Everyone's talking about Manic Tour. Yeah, I mean, guys, I don't know what to tell you. It was perfect, and it happened, and it came, and it went.
There's a great YouTube video that you should all go watch if you haven't.
Stop. Oh my God, stop. They're going to all go looking for it now. That's so funny. I want to talk about another song on the album, and I have a lot of feelings about this song because when we recorded this song, I was like, this is the next single. I was like, this is a fucking single. This is the next single. I was so excited about it. I was like, this has to be a single. And then I don't remember what happened. Probably, bureaucratic behind the scenes things. I don't know. Also, we had so many more songs to write. It was like too soon to choose one for sure. But
the world wasn't ready for it yet.
Yeah, I actually agree. I actually agree with that, because I feel like the fan reactions when we finally ended up releasing it were like, well, it was kind of validating, because they were all like, we wish this was a single. And I was like, oh, I always know what you guys are going to like. And I got to start going with my gut with that, like a little bit more, I feel like. And
it's a good gut you have.
I actually just found out, okay, this is pretty cool.
Huh.
And this has only ever happened with like one other song before. So on Badlands, the record was done. It was like mixed, mastered, ready to go. We were printing vinyl already. And I wrote another song. And I called Jeremy and was like, hey, I wrote another song for the album. And he was like, album's done, dude. And I was like, no, it's not. He's like, album's done. I was like, maybe to you, but not to me. I was like, here's this other song. That song ended up being Gasoline.
For sure.
So it's on the deluxe edition of Badlands. And then like, years later, it's double platinum, which is crazy. It's a deluxe edition song. It's not even on the vinyl. You know what I mean? So like, it's the fans just like found it and like fell in love with it. And I feel like that happens with deluxe edition songs quite a bit for me. So I shouldn't have been surprised when this happened. But this also happened with this record because it is a deluxe edition. And I just found out that it's actually eligible to be certified gold.
Oh, shit.
Which is good for us, right?
Cool.
Which is pretty cool for it's not even non-single record, like a non-traditional album track. You didn't know what it about?
Well, I did.
So you had to clear it, you weirdo. You definitely knew. But they already know what it is. They're so excited about it. All right, let's just play it. I'm not mad.